Hey guys, welcome back to This Week in the EPL. Today I will be sharing with you my Match Week 36 Premier League predictions. Before I jump into my Match Week 36 predictions, I want to do a little recap from Match Week 35. So I got 4 out of 9 predictions correct, moving my total to 28 out of 61. Some notable upsets included Bournemouth beating Leicester, Sheffield beating Chelsea, and Liverpool and Burnley drawing. Also, shout out to Mahmood, the winner of this week's challenge. You got 4 out of 9 predictions correct. If you guys want to receive a shout out, make sure to drop your predictions for Match Week 36 in the comments below, and the person with the most predictions correct will get a shout out in next week's video. For our first match, we have Chelsea versus Norwich City. Chelsea coming off an embarrassing 3-0 loss to Sheffield United, where they were exposed again defensively and struggled to convert possession into real chances. On top of that, to make things worse, they will be missing Billy Gilmour and N'Golo Kanté, 2 of their best midfielders for the rest of the season, which will be a massive blow for them. However, this team will be coming into this match very motivated, as it is a must-win match if they want to finish in the top 4, versus a Norwich side coming off a 4-0 loss to West Ham United and are now officially relegated from the Premier League. Since the restart, 0 wins, 6 losses. They've conceded the most goals in the Premier League and scored the fewest. I mean, this is a Norwich side that has nothing to play for but pride, and they've really struggled as of recent. I'm giving this one to Chelsea 3-0 on odds of 1-6. Newcastle United versus Tottenham Hotspur. Newcastle coming off a 2-1 loss to Watford, and they showed a lack of desire. They're in that weird mid-table spot where they cannot qualify for the Europa League, but can also not be relegated. So it is vital for them to show desire, because they haven't shown it in their last 2 performances, versus Spurs side that is coming off a massive win over Arsenal in the North London derby. It was a classic Mourinho performance. They sat in and then they countered hard at Arsenal, and will likely in this game utilize Son and Moura out wide to get after Newcastle's defense. I had this one edging 2-1 to Spurs on odds of 3-4. Burnley versus Wolves. This is going to be a very good game. Burnley coming off a 1-1 draw against Liverpool, an absolutely class performance by them, and they are in great form, undefeated in their last 5. And this is a Burnley team that is very disciplined and knows exactly what they are, and they embrace it. That's why they've been so good this year. Versus the Wolves side that got a bounce back win against Everton, a 3-0 win. And the key for them will be Raul Jimenez, who got his 16th goal of the season against Everton. If he can be successful, Wolves could win this game against Burnley. And on top of that, they will be motivated as they're only 4 points off of a Champions League spot. So this is a really big game for Wolves. However, because of Burnley's discipline, I see this one ending a 1-1 draw on odds of 23-10. Manchester City versus Bournemouth. Man City coming off a massive 5-0 win over Brighton. In their last 2 matches, they have scored 10 goals and conceded 0. This season in the Premier League, they scored 91 goals, 15 more than the next highest scorer, Liverpool. And this Man City team, in my opinion, just has way too much quality for Bournemouth. Bournemouth are coming off a massive comeback win over Leicester. In their last 2 matches, they have grabbed 4 points, which is quite good for them considering they are currently in the relegation zone. However, Bournemouth have conceded the 3rd most goals in the Premier League, which is not a good mix against a Man City side that is so prolific going forward. I had this one ending 4-1 to City on odds of 1-8. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Arsenal are coming off a disappointing result in the North London derby versus Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal, what cost them again was their back line, the likes of David Luiz, Mustafi, and Kolasinac all making major mistakes in the match, and this has been a theme throughout the season for this football club. And having a bad back line is not a good mix with this Liverpool side that is prolific in their own right going forward with their front 3 of Salah, Firmino, and Mane. For Liverpool, they're coming off a 1-1 draw against Burnley, where they weren't able to convert their possession and shots on goal into goals themselves. However, I think they will take advantage of this Arsenal backline, and they will win this match 2-1 on odds of 17-20. Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton coming off a 3-0 loss to Wolves, where they were sloppy defending in the second half. This Everton team doesn't play great football, but they will get numbers behind the ball, and then they will lump it forward to Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, who are quite effective in that final third. Versus the Villa side coming off a big result against Palace, a 2-0 win, and are in the midst of a relegation zone, so they will be looking to scrap anything out of this match, will be very motivated. However, the test for Villa, will they be able to control Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison? I don't think they'll do a good enough job. I have it going 2-1 to Everton on odds of 19-20. Leicester City versus Sheffield United. Leicester are a team that are coming off a very embarrassing loss against Bournemouth, where they dropped the ball after going into halftime 1-0 up, ended up losing 4-1, and this Leicester team looks like they're going to crack under the pressure of the Champions League spot that they're currently holding, but it looks like they're slipping and slipping fast. Since the restart, 1 win, 3 draws, 3 losses, not great from them, versus Sheffield side that had an absolutely class performance against Chelsea, looked so good, won 3-0, and they showed how disciplined they are and showed how they can execute a game plan and are pushing for a Europa League spot. I had this one going 2-1 to Sheffield on odds of 3-1. Southampton versus Brighton. I am filming this prior to the Southampton's game against Manchester United, so I have not seen it yet. However, they have been in great form since the restart with 4 wins and 1 draw, and Danny Ings will be looking to grab a couple goals here as he is pushing for that golden boot that we want to see him win versus a Brighton side that is coming off a 5-0 loss to Manchester City. However, I would not put too much stock into this as recently everyone has been getting absolutely smashed from Man City. Apart from Southampton, I have to give them props. However, I think for Brighton, it's going to be a very close game, but their open attacking style will allow Southampton to counter and get a goal. I have this one ending 1-0 to Southampton on odds of 5-4. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Crystal Palace, another mid-table side with nothing to play for, and they are showing it. They have lost 5 consecutive matches, and I don't see them turning around this poor form against Manchester United. United, arguably the team in the best form in all of Europe. In their last 4 Premier League matches, 14 goals for, while only 2 against. I'm giving this one an easy 3-0 win to Manchester United on odds of 1-3. Our final match of the week, and this is an absolutely massive one for both clubs as they sit respectively 16th and 17th, only 3 points above the relegation zone. It is West Ham United versus Watford. West Ham, a team in their last 4 matches, have picked up 7 points respectively, and players like Antonio, Souček, and also Declan Rice have all stepped up massively for the Hammers versus a Watford side that in their last 2 matches have gotten 2 wins against Norwich and Newcastle, so are in some decent form themselves. However, they've struggled to score this season with the 3rd fewest goals scored in the Premier League. I'm giving the edge to West Ham United 2-1 on odds of 11-8. Those are my Match Week 36 predictions. Remember to leave yours down below in the comments if you want to be entered in next week's challenge. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like button and subscribe as well for more amazing football content. Thank you and take it easy. Peace.
What we do here is go back.